Alright, our show today is The Beastmaster. It's released in 1982, and it's rated PG, and a TV-14. I'd lean towards the TV-14 on this one, and it's fantasy. Now, they have currently, they've got two different versions on YouTube that you can watch for free, that YouTube puts out. That's where a lot of times I catch in some of these movies. Hopefully you can follow along with me. This one here, they have a broadcast edit and a non-broadcast edit. I definitely recommend going towards the broadcast edit. It takes care of some clothing issues. Let's just put it that way. Well, this is kind of, what a show, I'd say. Beastmaster's an interesting fantasy that's quite funky in some ways. We start off with like a cult leader named Max. He's kind of seeking a vision of the future from some fierce-looking witches, which look, fine below the neck, but up above the neck, they would call it nightmare fuel these days. The witches seek the king's unborn child, which is foretold to kill Max. So Max tries to beat the child to the punch and kill it first. But trust me, this is where the show gets funky, as the next scene has one of the witches transferring the baby from the queen to a cow. And then the witch takes the cow, does a C-section, get the baby out, and then kind of performs a ritual to kill it. However, this ritual is kind of thwarted by some unknown figure who kills the witch and takes the baby to raise as a son. We fast forward to the future. At this age, which age is about 14 for Dar. Dar's the name of the baby now. He begins to show his powers of animal communication and control. He was told to keep quiet about it till about after his village is destroyed. Then everyone around him is killed, so then he's like, I'm fine now to become a Beastmaster. And he begins his quest to help defeat the June who attacked the village. I don't know if I said the June right, it might be Jun. The Jun who attacked the village, and he's now on a quest to defeat them. Along his quest, he meets companions and gains a bunch of animals that kind of help him along the way. Eventually, he runs into Max and the Jun to get his revenge and take back the kingdom from Max. Now, there's quite a few interesting bits in the show. One, there's, like I mentioned, there's some wardrobe issues. That's why I recommend that broadcast edit. Just trust me on it. Second, Dar meets a girl that he instantly likes a lot, and she's just a slave of Max. He kind of forgets his quest at this point and just goes to try to help her. Later, it's kind of revealed that she's his cousin, so try not to read too much into that. This is kind of not directly pointed out, but it's kind of subtly mentioned that by his brother, who he also runs into, but Dar doesn't know that it's his brother until right near when the king's getting killed. You have to make all the connections. But after this, it kind of goes on to after kind of like another side quest, say. Dar rescues the king. The king is then blind at this point. And, King obviously being Dar's father, biological father, but the king finds out that Dar is a Beastmaster. Now, in his world, Beastmasters are looked really down upon, and the king tells him to just get lost, go crawl in the hole with your animals. And Dar runs off crying. It's a pretty harsh scene, which for me it seemed no reason. There was no other indication that people hated Beastmasters except for the time when he was young, when he said just don't mention it. But the third thing I found kind of weird is every time a witch dies, it cackles. And you know a witch isn't dead if it doesn't cackle. If it doesn't sit there and start cackling like crazy, that witch is still with us. The fourth thing is people die like crazy in this show. Dar kind of sicks his jaguar on a foe, and then just kind of laughs. He's like, oh, that rascal. I thought that was kind of weird. Fifth thing is the eagle's a bit inconsistent. It's definitely, big, but in one scene, it has it grabbing like a 40, 50-pound child and flying it through the air. That's a pretty big eagle. So, I don't know. I rate this show 2 out of 4 stars. I think it's a good background show. And I hear they frequently ran it on cable stations, so people probably seen this one several times. I do remember, I remember seeing or knowing about it back around in the 80s, 90s, but I don't think I actually fully watched it till sometime later. Some said that kind of the nice thing about the show is you can just kind of pick up where you left off at any point and feel like you didn't miss anything. I think that's pretty accurate. There are a couple sequels which I watched many years ago, and I think they were all on Netflix at one point. And there's a TV series which I didn't remember watching much, but it does exist. I found it both kind of random but entertaining. It's definitely like Conan-like. I recommend it again. Let's put it in the background if you like fantasy, and only with that broadcast edit. Alright, thanks for joining me on this one.